full legal name?
It's Amanda Jean Hogarth.
But what do you go by?
I go by Mern,
And
or Mernie, or
how long
Mern
have you
Mern.
gone by Mern?
Since 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the nickname like my entire life. It throws me off when people call me Amanda. So there was this kid in my middle school. His name was Joey, and I used to call him Joe Pickle because I thought it was funny. And he hated it, and he tried to come up with a name, with like a fruit name that rhymed with Amanda, but of course there's nothing that rhymes with Amanda. So he came up with Mandan, which is the ugliest nickname I've ever had in my life. And then my sister overheard him say Mandan one day, and she said, "That was ugly. How about we call you Merndan?" And then it's just been shortened to Mern ever since. Came into college as a cisgender woman, which I had identified with my entire life up to second semester of freshman year. And I started feeling a little uncomfy with that identity. Also because I've taken a lot of women and gender studies classes, and that opened my mind up to like the spectrum of sexuality and gender. And I realized, hey, I'm not really super comfortable with the label female because I don't really feel like a female.
Yeah.
So I started using like they, them pronouns and identifying as non-binary. And then this past summer, actually, it was kind of like when I went to Rome last semester, I thought a lot about just my gender and whatnot. And then I just had this epiphany I had a party over the summer, and I wore a dress because I was like, I'm just gonna spice it up, like, be androgynous. And I wore this dress, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, this isn't it, this is not it. So I realized, hey, I'm a trans boy, because I think that's really how I've been feeling my whole life. So it's just been a long road. It's a long road.
So since I've known you, you've been pretty open about who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that part of that reason is because you're in Chicago?
Yes. So being in Chicago makes it a lot easier for me to express myself and like dress the way I want to and identify the way I want to, because people are more liberal here and they're more accepting of the LGBT community in general.
Yeah.
But back at home, that's where I was this weekend, in Ellsbury, Missouri, they don't really get that at all, because no one that lives in that tiny town identifies as trans except for me. So I keep it hush-hush when I'm around those people, which I hate, because I hate having to like mask a big part of myself, but I do it for my own safety, and also my parents don't really like this transition that I'm going through, so it's kind of just like rocky waters.
What do you do on campus to kind of like distract you from that, I guess?
School is a big distraction, because I got work at this cafe, I got a bunch of schoolwork I have to do, and I do stand-up comedy to it almost works as a coping mechanism for a lot of my stress, because it makes my situation seem less severe when I can joke about it. And it's really helped. It's really helped. And just like being around people who are very openly accepting of trans people is nice.
Do you
It
find
makes it a lot
that
easier.
there are more people like that in the comedy community?
Yes. In the stand-up club, I'm the only one who is a very open member of the LGBT community. So I have this unique perspective where I can joke about my own experience as a trans person, and they all find it very enlightening and kind of cool, actually, just because you don't really hear about comics who are a part of this like very diverse community and who have experienced transitioning from female to male. So they are very open to learning about it, and they think it's really cool that I am so open about making jokes about it. So I feel like very comfortable being openly trans here, and I dig it, and I think Loyola's doing a pretty good job. I don't feel too out of place on this campus, even though it's like a Catholic university. very diverse. The people I meet here are very cool and very accepting, so I'd say my experience as a trans person at Loyola is freaking A+, A+.